What is going on, people? Welcome back. KB wrote the show. We just got called up to the Houston Astros. Our first ever Major League game coming up as we look at what team we're going to. God awful.
Tonight's game is just around the corner as we start to wrap up the MLB pregame show. But before we go down to the action, let's take a look at a young player to watch for as we give you the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Kevin Bull will be our subject. And we all suspected this day would eventually come when we saw him drafted in the first round a while back. He's made the journey through the minors, and he makes his major league debut in this one.
Well, Matt, making your debut in the show is a very satisfying and exciting experience. You work your entire life to reach this moment, and when you finally do, it can be really overwhelming in a lot of different ways. Not only are you dealing with nerves, but also everything just seems bigger. The stadium, the crowd, the pressure, it's all amplified at this level. As for this guy, there's been a lot of hype around him since before he was even drafted, so I think everyone is excited to see what he looks like against big league competition.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. It's time for baseball, and we'll have it for you next. It's time for baseball on a Friday night on the south side of Chicago. Both teams rested and ready to go. It's the opener of the second half between the American League's Houston Astros and the Chicago White Sox.
2014 Chicago White Sox.
And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener.
So everything that we've put ourselves through, all the hard work, the AA, the AAA, the top amateur showcase, all of it leading up to this first ever at bat in the major leagues. We finally made it to the show. What are we going to be able to do here? We're only 18 years old. This is only halfway through the first season we've ever had, and here we are at the first at bat. We hit a single up the middle, who scores a run. Another run tries to come in, but he's thrown out of the plate. And unfortunately, which I thought sucked, that was my first ever hit. Usually they do the little animation where the coach will get the ball and all that, but they didn't do it because the guy got gunned out at home plate. And so I don't get my little souvenir ball, which sucks. But there I strike out swinging at one well outside of the strike zone. A little bit antsy here in my first game, but we're able to get our first hit under our belt, and here we are. Routine fly ball. Whoa. Routine fly ball, and KB totally whiffs on it. That guy gets in there to third base. Unbelievable. And KB injured on the play. What happened there? Gets an error, gets injured, gives the guy a triple. We're going to have to go back and watch the instant replay on this one and see what happened to KB. He looks okay. Just looks a little shaken up. Maybe he got a concussion out there with that ball hitting him in the face. Maybe he got a concussion. Bring in this guy, Robbie Grossman. Taking my place. Let's go back to the replay and see what happens here. So, KB keeping his eye on the ball. Unfortunately, smashing him right in the chin. Says I had a black eye, but that clearly didn't hit my eye. It hit me right in the chin. Unbelievable play by KB. Trying to catch that one with his mouth. Didn't succeed on that. That would have been a highlight reel play, I think. ESPN for sure, Sports Center, if he would have caught that with his mouth, and you could see the disgust and pain in KB's eyes right there as he realizes he just blew it. Blew it for the team. Blew it for the city. His very first opportunity to catch a fly ball in the outfield, and KB takes one in the chin and has to leave the game injured. Unbelievable. So hopefully it's not too long of an injury. We'll see here in a second. Okay, just a black eye. So we'll be back in a game. So no big deal. No harm, no foul. Just get an error. We can see KB with 500 batting average after his 2 at-bats last game. That's it. So off to a fantastic start. Here we go against our favorite team, the Chicago White Sox. And look at that, I'm giving them a sweet call there. And then he comes right back and says, no, we're not going to give you 2 good calls in a row. Go sit down, rookie. So unfortunately their strikeout, but you know that's gonna happen. It's your first season, you're not doing that good yet. But another single up the middle. That's 2 hits that I've had, and both have been pretty much the exact same thing. Hit straight up the middle, but we'll take that. We'll take that all day. I mean, a hit's a hit is a hit. So here we go. Our next at bat, KB getting ready in the batter's box there. Look, you can see I'm on Hall of Fame difficulty now with the dynamic hitting, which could be an issue here going into the major league level. But KB rakes one here, going right in the gap, and that guy dove for it but can't come up with it. So KB's going to try to get to third base, and he's in there safely. So not only does he get another hit, but now he got his first ever career triple. Unbelievable. That guy misplayed the ball a little bit out there. KB thought this one was gone when it came off the bat, but hit it right there into right center field there, and was able to leg out a triple. So he goes 2 for 4 with a strikeout, a triple, and a single. That's not too bad. So here we go, moving on to the Oakland Athletics, the O.Co Coliseum, one of the worst stadiums in baseball. They really need to just tear this thing down and get a new one. Unbelievable how big the foul lines are in this, how nasty the dugouts look. Unbelievable how bad this stadium is. They really, really do need a new stadium. But KB there able to catch a fly ball for once in his career and not take one in the face. And off we go again. Here's our next at bat. Oakland up 1-0 here in the 3rd inning. KB swinging through that one. Let's see what happens now. Down 0-1. Give me something to hit. Pulls it pretty hard there, but unfortunately right to the third baseman. And that is another out for KB. So up and down for KB, and that's to be expected. I mean, you really think about how many at-bats KB had in the minor leagues. You know, not a ton if you think about it. It's only been half a season. So a lot of my training and skills are just not quite there yet. But we're going to give it a go. I mean, we're in the Houston Astros. They don't have a lot of players right now. So we're going to learn on the job. It's not the best way to do it, but it's the way we're going to have to do it from now on. As KB rolls here into a double play. But yeah, we're gonna continue on. We're gonna fight through this. We're gonna try to do the best we can. Make sure we do all the little things to get those training points. Just try to have quality at bats, even if we're not gonna get a ton of hits right off the bat. Let's have those quality at bats like this one coming up. As you can see, not a very good game, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, high, deep. Where will this one come down? Now that is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. And that, folks, is his first home run in the big leagues. It's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. I remember mine. I hit it in my first at-bat of the 1992 season against the San Diego Padres. It's hard to describe exactly what you feel as you round the bases, but as you can imagine, it's pretty awesome. You know, hopefully he can get that ball back soon so it can go in his trophy room.